Hey, internet peeps and YouTube peeps. I'm back again for another episode of Carmen Sandiego. We're on season 2, episode 6. Remember last time we were in San Diego at abandoned warehouse where Carmen got her name from the hat that she wears. It was abandoned, and they were thinking about making the old warehouse headquarters for them when Zach and Ivy get to reminiscing about how they got involved with Carmen. They got involved with Carmen on her very first caper after leaving Vile Island and leaving Vile. To met him in Boston because Zach and Ivy are Bostonians. And what happened was Zach and Ivy were a racing car duo, and they had wrecked their racing car, and the person that loaned them money for the racing car was a loan shark. Had them dip into crime. They were supposed to get money from this donut shop place that was obviously making counterfeit money and getting money from there. But Carmen was after it because it was actually a vile operation. And so they got caught up in that whole mess and ended up helping crack that case with their help. And, Carmen needed a getaway driver for her exploits. Sorry, I'm playing with my lovely hair. So that's how they met. Of course, at the time, being what they were, it was Carmen's first caper, and so Vile didn't really consider her that much of a threat, but they would later find out that, of course, Carmen is a threat. And Shadow-san has joined their league. Well, I'm still not exactly I don't know. I just can't trust Shadow. He's got something sneaky going on, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, we leave off in San Diego, and they're off. Oh, they find out, Player finds out some more of that new encrypted thing that they got from Shadow-san, that they're off to Dubai to steal the world's fastest racing car for, I guess, Vile wants it, of course, but Zach and Ivy being race car enthusiasts and Carmen wanting to take down Vile is obviously they're going to go after the car. So let's see what happens next. Now remember, this is not a market substitute. There will be no video embedded. I just don't have the skills yet. Please watch it in your own time. Excuse me, on Netflix. I don't know if it's on Hulu or other official sites, but please watch it officially, and we'll get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Carmen Diego. The thing I like about the theme song is it kind of has like a James Bondy feel, but also like its own feel too. So it's like nice in that respect.
And what about Neil?
Ooh, Dr. Bellin.
He's extremely conniving, yet loyal to a fault.
We require someone capable of masterminding, Dr. Bellum. The slippery one is hardly what I would call faculty material.
Plus, he leaves a slimy trail. Who's game for a trail of grease then, eh? Or are you headmaster types all about manners and extending little pinky fingers?
Mickey!
Everyone, you remember the mechanic?
Oh, the mechanic. I guess.
Hello, how are you?
So, how's the old chop shop, Mick?
Tip-top, coach, tip-top. Got me crew pitching motor cars from the East End all the way to Blackpool. Oh, blimey, when we get through stripping them down to the floorboards, they look like piranha ate them. They shoot a great. A mechanic who steals cars. How does that make her vile faculty material? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not looking to pinch any old jalopy for you, princess. I am out to snatch a technological wonder, I am. Real space age like. Which we would do what with? Reverse engineer to see what makes it tick. Possibly build a fleet of our own.
Which we would do what with?
Hello? Greatest getaway car ever?
Shouldn't you be in Dubai attending to this grand carjacking scheme of yours? Oh no, my driver's already there, love, getting the lay of the land. I just popped in to throw me wrench in the ring for my seat at your big fancy table.
No.
Disgusting.
We got like 16 whole hours to save the fastest car in the world?
It'll whiz right by, bro. With a little help from marathon peanut bites and extreme karaoke at 30,000 feet. I can handle Dubai. You should really use this time to focus on strategy with Player.
So I have a choice of play dates.
I heard that.
Player's been decrypting the data on the hard drive you supplied, but you're the only one who can take the guesswork out of how Vile might intend to put any of it to use.
Player, please arrange my air travel and a town car to escort me to your place of residence.
Whoa, what? You can't come here.
What would I tell my parents? Meet my new friend, he's a ninja? Take my laptop. You can work remotely.
Shadow-san is not pleased.
Shadow-san logs onto the free Wi-Fi at the local coffee house. You're currently en route to Dubai, the largest city in the United Arab Emirates. That may sound like it's a bunch of places, but it's actually a country in the Middle East. Yep, Dubai sits on the Persian Gulf, known locally as the Arabian Gulf in the Arabian Desert, and it's famous for its cutting-edge architectural engineering.
Interesting.
For example, the Burj Khalifa skyscraper holds all kinds of world records,
Burj
including the
Khalifa.
tallest existing structure, which means it has a great view of Dubai's artificial islands, which are completely man-made.
The
Artificial
Palm Jumeirah
islands.
is where you'll be
Nice.
hobnobbing with the rich and famous tonight. I scored you invites to a private party hosted by Ibrahim Al-Sabak. He's the owner of Al-Sabak Motors. It's a gala unveiling for his all-electric prototype supercar.
Oh, yeah.
The vile chatter I've intercepted suggests they're planning to steal it during its inaugural test drive at Dubai's Autodrome tomorrow morning.
We'll need to steal it tonight in order to keep it secure until then. Once the party's in full swing, everyone's attention will be away from the showroom where the supercar's on display. We'll mingle our way through the festivities to see if we can ID any vile operatives, taking care to avoid detection by Al-Sabak's private security force. I break us into the showroom, Ivy hotwires the car, and Zach drives it out. The engine's nearly silent, so motor noise shouldn't attract any attention.
A master plan.
From a master thief.
Yeah, something tells me it's going to be a whole lot more complicated than that.
The Al-Sabak 9000 heralds the next generation of engineering marvels. It is a rocket ship on 4 wheels.
Rocket ship on 4 wheels. Like, okay.
Fish eggs? Oh, why don't we ever go to chip and dip parties?
Hey, gag reflex. No one's forcing you to eat them.
I'm in love.
Yeah, okay.
Some shindig. Any chance you're into chip and dip?
No.
Wow. And I thought watching you try to bond with Shadow-san was awkward. Whoa, is that?
Excuse me. Are you?
Ray Sterling? Do I know you from somewhere?
Southie, we raced together?
Jack and Daisy, right? From the amateur tracks. And pro? Not for long, as I recall. The last time we raced, you wound up crossing the finish line with your tires over your sunroof. The tires should be on the bottom. So, what have you two been up to? Well, since you asked, I'm a Duke now, and Ivy here's a rocket scientist.
Man, Trey is a bio operative. That kind of figures. He's jerky
And
enough.
I dabble in art collecting. Vermeers, mainly. Perhaps you've heard of him?
Come on, Zach. We have that thing we need to attend to.
Now you two look familiar. You're from the racing circuits around Boston, aren't you?
That's right, Dad. We used to compete against them.
Sure, I remember. The brother-sister team with the do-it-yourself car.
Exactly.
That always beat my son.
Good
What?
memory, Mr. Sterling.
Mhm.
Please, call me Sterling. Sterling.
Sterling.
Dad,
Oh
I'm
no.
sure our host would prefer to hear about the professional who's driving his car tomorrow instead of amateur drivers.
Wait, you're test driving the supercar?
Mr. Alsabach demands the best of the best.
How very true.
I want to hear all about your professional driving skills.
Later, Big Z.
I can't believe Trey gets to drive the new racer.
Yeah, after we drive it tonight, remember? Carmen,
Nice of you two to join me. Let's get this kid purring.
on it, Carmen.
It's
What
probably a
about you?
booby trap.
Two-seater. I brought my own getaway vehicle.
Ready to roll. Okay, time to sneak this baby out of here like a panther in a library.
Later, Big Z.
What are you doing? Dude, only you could make an almost silent car that noisy. Get us out of here.
Seal off the island.
Oh man, Zach has got to get his stupid revenge.
Now, that wasn't part of the plan.
Man. Carmen's on a motorcycle. Nice. Oh.
Oh, man. If this is the future of racing, sign me up.
Just focus, bro. You gotta get the supercar off the island and fast.
Man.
Ah,
Exit the vehicle. Hands in the air.
Not a good look.
So that's our usual pattern. Piece together some vile chatter, then cross-reference it with data from the drive to see where it might connect.
You really are Carmen's secret weapon.
Speaking of, shouldn't she have reported in by now?
Not a good time.
What is wrong?
Let's just say tonight's break-in is starting to look more like a breakout.
Do not tell me the pranksters are in jail. I strongly urge that you consider finding better help than those amateurs.
My circus, my monkeys. We managed just fine before you joined, and will continue to manage.
Without a headquarters.
Uh,
Oh, man. What do you think they'll do to us?
Maybe you should worry about what Carmen's gonna do to us. We let her down.
Well, you certainly put on quite the show tonight. My friend, Mr. Al-Sabak, is none too happy that you took his crown jewel out for a joyride. But I know what you were really up to.
You do?
You were trying to impress me with your skills behind the wheel.
I was? Ow!
You nailed it. Totally what we were trying to do.
Did it work?
I've convinced my friend to drop all charges. In exchange, I'm going to ask that you consider driving for me. You'll have your own car to race, son, fully funded. And you will have your own pit crew to supervise.
What's the catch?
No catch. With both you and my son Trey under my banner, Team Sterling can win more races. I like to keep things in the family.
We're family?
You're Boston proud, like I am. And that's family enough for me.
Carm. You'll never guess what just happened. Not in a billion years.
It's wicked ridiculous.
Do you realize you jeopardized the entire mission? When are you going to stop behaving like amateurs?
Sorry, Carm.
So let's hear what's so wicked ridiculous. What was possibly worth risking your necks and mine and giving Vile a chance to win? Go on. I'm listening.
Nothing important.
Nothing, really.
I haven't seen Zach or Ivy. I hope I didn't scare them away.
You were kind of direct.
They're not
Man,
the only
harsh.
no-show. Vile hasn't reared its head. Not yet. And the test drive's about to begin.
So if we're seriously considering Daddy Sterling's offer,
Why wouldn't we? Especially since Carm hates us.
Calm doesn't hate us. But she may be right about one thing.
What's that?
The amateur part. We may need to face the fact that we're better racers than we are thieves.
Yeah.
So we should take the high road and apologize to Trey for putting skid marks on his face. It's the right thing to do if we want to end up racing on his dad's team.
And now, here to set a new land speed record with the Al-Sabak 9000. Please welcome international racing sensation, Trey Sterling.
Uh-oh.
Whoa!
Oh, the mechanic.
He has race cars on his underwear.
He also has rope on his body?
The car.
Oh, man. I wonder who's... Probably the mechanic, but they don't look... Mechanic looks... The mechanic said that somebody else was racing it. So who's their protege? What the heck?
Come. That drive is not Trey.
Boy, she must be really mad at us.
What was she gonna do? Take us both for a piggyback ride? Come on.
How'd she catch up? That's what I want to know. So who's this chick? The driver? Does she have a name?
Mission accomplished.
Oh, she's that one chick that was sucking up to Trey.
To the next level.
This can't be good. Oh, man. Man.
Some plan. How's Bio gonna get the car out of Dubai?
Water in front of us, sand behind.
Oh, man. She just floored the shit out of that car. Okay. The little parking garage trick? How are they gonna...
Walks him in. Come on, is it invisible too?
It vanished into thin air. They're airlifting it. Grab on.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Carmen, there's something we gotta tell you.
There's a time and a place, Zach, and being on a blimp over Dubai ain't either.
Sterling wants you to drive for him.
You know?
Get out of jail free card? Wasn't too hard to figure out. Look, I think you both know you're more than just my crew. You have my support, no matter what you decide. After we find that supercar. Split up, gang.
So she's given her a choice to leave.
Bingo was his name-o. Hello. Who do we have here? Oh boy. A couple of little twists. Looking for some gruel.
Oh, that ain't cool.
Oh, an artful dodger he is.
Oh, man.
Care to land the blimp? Thought you might need more persuading.
Man, I really like Carm. She's got all the sass. Oh, man, they're going to crash the car? Oh, no, the car's secured. How are they fighting at that angle? Oh, no, don't. Yeah, it's never good. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Crash into the roof of some fancy building. Gim.
Romans.
Did they unhook the car? Oh. Oh, they better leak that. Oh. Oh.
Did I call it? Flying race car.
Please just tell me we're right side up.
Some pretty pro moves there, you two.
Now who in Dickens Coast were they?
Some rocket scientist. And a duke.
Nope. The mechanic and the driver are out.
You are both true heroes.
Oh,
Anyone would have jumped that building.
Which is why my son and I can't wait to have you join Team Sterling.
It would be my privilege to race alongside you.
I assume you two have had a chance to consider my offer? We'd be honored to have you in our family.
Oh, man.
Funny. In a way, it all began with Carmen brand outerwear. Not sure there's a better place to hang my hat.
I know this was difficult for you.
Headquarters?
I'm really gonna miss out.
Oh man, it looks even bigger the second time. You can
So
totally
they-
flip in there.
Our midnight calls to room service. But Zach and Ivy chose family over career. Throwing down roots for them is the least I can do.
It's wicked perfect for that workshop we always dreamed of. And now we'll have somewhere to park our cars.
Hey, gang. As much as I hate to throw a wrench in moving day,
Shadow Sun's hunch about Neil the Eel was spot on.
Neil the
Something
Eel.
violent's going down tomorrow at the Kremlin.
The
pack a
Kremlin.
toothbrush. You're going to Moscow.
Hold down the fort, crew. Just try not to wreck it.
We can stop for coffee on the way to the airport. I know a place.
Well, that was interesting. I mean, to some degree, it was kind of a little bit of a cheap episode, I thought. It wasn't as good as it could have been. I guess, like, delving more into like, did they really need another episode to do that? They could have, I don't know. I guess because they're kind of like the comedic value, they had to have the whole, like, are the comedy duo really worth keeping around because they mess up? But, like, yeah. But I don't know how I feel about having a headquarters. Like, it makes it easier for Acme and Vile to find them. And I think that's actually Shadow San's plan, is to set up things to be able to, like, or like, this is the Vile's real test. I don't know. I don't trust Shadow San. I don't know how I feel about, like, the choices Carmen's making right now. Like, I think she's being a little bit too trusting of Shadow San, and, like, she's getting pressured more into doing what other people want, because they all wanted a headquarters. They were all voting for it, and she was kind of like, no. But they convinced her to take the headquarters. I don't know why. It was like, she says it was for Zach and Ivy, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that. So I guess we'll find out in the next episode. So until then, adieu.